Hello and welcome back to the Coaching Masters channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about part 2 of what kind of coaches are actually out there. There are so many different types of coaches, there are so many options. So we are going to continue on from where we left off and talk about all the different types of coaches that you can be so that you can find what is most in alignment with you and your niche. So let's dive in. My name is Bonnie. I am an experienced coach and the community leader here at the Coaching Masters. This channel is all about helping you find that complete freedom-based lifestyle by becoming an online coach. So continuing from where we left off in the list, we are going to cover approximately 10 more types of coaches, or a few that could be a little bit of a mixed category. But our first coach that we're going to be covering today is the midlife crisis coach. So again, this is someone who comes in, or this is someone who would get a coach when they are at that kind of midlife point in their life. So maybe it is a transitioning period. So a transition from that kind of 20s to 40s period. And this can happen at different stages for everyone. But basically, this person has experienced a major life change. Maybe they have had a kid. Maybe they have had their kids leave the nest. Maybe they have felt lost in their career, or they had a dream, a vision of what they really wanted to do when they grew up. And they kind of let that all go to the side because they decided to go for a 9-to-5 job that has started to suck their soul. And as they look back on their life and realize that they are at that midpoint life, that, they don't have all the time in the world anymore. Yes, there's still time out there, definitely, but they've lost a lot of that time to pursuing something that maybe isn't worth their while. So this type of person wants to rediscover who they are, find purpose in their life. And this is where the midlife crisis coach can come in. So they can help them through this transitioning period. So instead of buying a brand new Mercedes or, something like that, a motorbike, they can come in and help them to find the deep root of what the challenge really is and help them to get back on track to find out, okay, well, what do you actually want to do with your life? That's going to give them the real happiness and fulfillment moving forward. The next coach that we're going to be talking about today has become very popular after the pandemic, and this coach is the work-life balance coach. Now, after the pandemic, there were lots of people that discovered that maybe they didn't actually really like going into the office all of those hours, all of those times a day, slaving away and not getting to spend much time with their family, much time doing things that they actually want to be doing, less time with their partners and everything else. So the work-life balance coach has come in and has helped these people find out, okay, where do I find balance in my life? Now, this is going to be different to everyone, right? Work-life balance isn't a perfect equilibrium. It's never going to look like this. So that type of coach will come in and help this person rediscover, what does that work-life balance look like for them? So where is their energy being spent, and where would they like it to be spent instead? Now, this type of coach is great for people that are overworked, overwhelmed, and experiencing or on the verge of burnout. This coach can come in and help them to reignite with what is actually important in life and help you find your priorities again so that you can get in alignment with what is really important to you. Because life is short. So again, it's all about finding that fulfillment in life and figuring out why are we really want to be spending our time. And this coach can be great for coming in and finding something that is going to be sustainable, a lifestyle change, so that in the future, their client will not burn out and will still be able to work, do something that they enjoy, make money, and everything else that is important to living in society. But they can also find time for the things that they like spending time with their family, like spending time with their spouse, like going to the gym and, having activities for themselves as well. The next coach we're going to be talking about is a generational coach. Now, this is someone who specializes with a specific generation. So whether that be millennials, baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, anything like that, it is geared toward that specific group of people because we're all going to have similarities, but we all definitely have our differences and need different ways of dealing with things and learning different skills and things like that. So these type of coaches will come in, specifically work with that group of people to help their generation with the obstacles that are coming up for them during that point in their life. Now, the fourth coach, again, is a bit of a crossbreed. I've heard it called a couple different things. So I've heard it either being called the manifestation coach or the law of attraction coach. They are quite interchangeable. Maybe there may be a few things different here and there, but again, it's going to be up to you what kind of coach you really represent. And sometimes the title is just a title, so you can really probably use either or. But this type of coach, again, either specializes in manifestation or law of attraction. Now, both are used quite interchangeably, I would say. So manifestation, again, really manifesting the life that you want. So there'd be maybe creation of vision boards and creative processes like that, affirmations and different manifestations, because there are actually a lot out there that people are using. So this type of coach would specialize in those manifestations and be able to teach those to their client. Again, law of attraction includes a lot of manifestation and really helps to train your brain to look from a more positive perspective. So again, we attract what we represent, what we act like we are. So again, it kind of teaches you to do that behavior of like attracts like. Now, if you put positive energy out there, you're going to get positive energy back. If you're going to put negative energy out there, well, what are you going to get back? So this type of coach, again, will specialize with just helping people to represent more of that positive energy, putting that positive vibe out to the world, having more positive thoughts so that, again, what they think about, they bring about, and they will attract all of those back to themselves. These techniques are definitely around bringing joy, abundance, and peacefulness into your life. Both these types of coaches really work with the universe and allowing the universe to open up to them so that they can receive all that they are wanting to receive. The fifth type of coach that we're going to be talking about is the grief coach. So again, this coach would specialize with someone who has experienced a loss, and normally quite a deep loss. So maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a child, maybe it's a parent, someone who is very important in their life, brother, sister, anything like that, who was really important in their life. And now, without this person in their life, they are having a huge shift. So for example, if someone loses their spouse, well, that person has been in their life now for however many years. They've lived together, they've created a life together. So when that person then leaves or, passes away, then there is that kind of sort of emptiness there. And so the grief coach can come in and definitely help them with different coping mechanisms that can help them to deal with their grief. But this coach will also help them rediscover who they are without that other person. Obviously, that other person is always going to be a part of them, but it's so important for the people that are living, the people that are still here, to live their lives and not waste away because somebody else isn't here anymore. So they can just be very helpful with helping you rediscover that living again and helping you work through any feelings or thoughts that you are experiencing after someone's death. Now, this type of coach, again, could work with someone right away, and it could be years after, because some people really don't deal with grief very quickly. So this type of coach can work with people throughout any stage of grief and really make an impact on them. I would always suggest, though, if you are going to be a grief coach, I always recommend you have experienced grief yourself. This is not a must, but just for empathy purposes and everything like that. Well, you're never going to understand someone's loss until you've dealt with loss yourself. And again, that's a lot of the things that we teach with coaching, is you want to have experienced it yourself so that you can help your clients through it. So I would say definitely when working with grief or becoming a grief coach, it is important that you have, again, maybe experienced that yourself. On to the next coach is the behavioral coach. Now, this coach specializes in cognitive behavioral coaching. So it's a specific coaching technique. It is based off cognitive behavior therapy, and it kind of works off a certain type of framework and questioning, dealing psychology and everything else. This can be really beneficial just through working with people's behaviors and helping them develop new ways of thinking that get them away from their old patterns of maybe potentially destructive thinking. We also have the habit coach, and a habit coach specializes in helping someone to create new habits. Now, in order to change anything, it really depends on our habits, how we react in the world. Do you want to set a new habit of getting up early? How do you want to create your day? Do you want to be going to the gym more? Do you want to be eating healthier? These all start with developing those new ways of being. Instead of staying in bed all day, you're going to decide to get up and go to the gym at 6 a.m. But how do you make that process enjoyable? Now, we're always going to have time for the things that we prioritize and that we find enjoyable. And we always want to do what's most enjoyable to us. So if staying in bed is more enjoyable, you're going to want to do that. If going to the gym is more enjoyable, you're going to want to get your shoes on at 6 a.m. and go to the gym, because that is your option, that is your priority. So the habit coach can again come in and just make it easier and help you through the process of creating and setting new habits so that you can create your goals and achieve your goals easier. The ninth coach we're going to be talking about today is the self-love coach. This is someone who helps someone to rediscover the love with themselves. Now, we all have quite a bit of limiting beliefs that we can be dealing with. We may have negative self-talk, we may have self-doubt, we may not think that we're worthy, or we have low self-esteem, low confidence. So again, the self-love coach can come in and help someone to rediscover who they are, to fall in love with themselves, to realize that they are worthy, that they do deserve, and that they do have value. This together all comes with helping them build their confidence, helping them build their self-acceptance and self-esteem, to really love the person that they are. Now, when we love ourselves, everything else just gets 10 times better. We attract better relationships, we attract better opportunities, we attract better careers, we attract more money. Everything happens when you have that self-belief in yourself, when you believe that you can do more and be more, and that you can really achieve your dreams. Now, again, this is where I say that there could potentially be more categories here. So I don't know if this is really coach number 10 and 11, or if they kind of go together, and again, they're just different titles. But the next coach that I'm going to be talking about is the confidence coach. So again, this is someone that specializes in helping someone to build their confidence. When we have more confidence, we feel like we can go after our dreams. Now, what holds us back a lot from our goals are fears, are the fears that we tell ourselves, the little fears that actually, when we think about it, aren't really dangerous at all, but hold us back because of fear of judgment, or that we don't want to be seen. All of these different fears will start to come in. And as we build up our confidence, as we realize that we can do it, we can be seen, we are going to be good enough, we are going to be able to go out there and do what we want and help people, our confidence grows. And as we know, as we learn, that confidence is all about competence. So the more that we do, that is what's actually going to increase our confidence. So the confidence coach comes in and just helps someone believe in themselves, to know that it's all possible. They can do whatever they want. They can achieve their dreams. They can go after it. If they are brave, feel that fear and do it anyways, and their confidence will grow the more times that they do this. The confidence coach can come in and tap into that part of themselves that they didn't know was there, that they didn't think was possible, just to really find that self-belief that they can do it, that they can do anything and really achieve whatever their heart sets out to achieve. Now, again, very similar to this is a self-esteem coach. So as you can see, these titles can all become very similar and intermingled and merged. And actually, I may be repeating some key words here. There's a lot of things about transition and change and, confidence. So you can see that within each type of coach, that they really do start to overlap, and really it's just about picking the title that you think is going to be most relevant for you guys. So the self-esteem coach, again, is just that person who can go in and help their client to build more self-esteem. And the self-esteem coach is slightly different to the confidence coach in that maybe this person really has such a low self-esteem that they do not think it is possible. They are held back completely by their own self-doubt or insecurity, that they just do not feel like it's even possible to go after their goal, and they have this goal and they just really cannot reach it. So the self-esteem coach can come in and help them to build their self-esteem up, again, to find things similar like the confidence coach, of building up that sense of worth and realizing that they can do it and they're valuable and everything else. So again, there are very similarities here between self-love, confidence, self-esteem. So really just pick the title that resonates with you and that you want to move forward with. Now, technically those ones have all been classified, again, together under the same lens. So coach number 10 that we're going to be talking about, again, can potentially be divided into 3 different categories that I will try and go over quickly. But we've got the organizational coach. This is someone that goes into organizations and helps employees to thrive, whether it's in groups, whether it's in teams, whether it's just, a specific department, et cetera, et cetera. So this is becoming, again, increasingly popular for companies to come in and hire these coaches, and maybe they're hired directly inside the organization, or maybe they're hired externally, and they come in and they help the employees to thrive in that work environment. Employers are discovering that this is very valuable to so many different things. It helps performance, it helps their productivity, it helps their enjoyment of it, their job satisfaction. It helps with the revenue that comes in, because happy employees means that they're bringing more in. So this is becoming, like I said, increasingly popular. On the other side of this, we've got 2 other options. We've got the leadership coach. So that is someone that comes in and helps leaders to thrive, whether this is management or anything else on that level. These people, again, come in and do workshops with leaders. This could be leaders in organizations, or people that are aspiring to be leaders outside of different organizations, potentially start up their own business and things like that. And also within organizations, we have the executive coach. So this is someone that works solely with executives, CEOs, people like that, and they come in and they help them to get their head screwed on straight, figure out all the potential obstacles that are happening within their own lives, within the company, because as we've seen, business and personal life do overlap. They can all mix and merge together. And so a problem in personal could link to a problem in business. And so this type of coach will come in, help them to just get all of their affairs in order, help them to really get their life clear, figure out what they can do better so that they can run the best organization. It all starts at the top. A healthy, happy executive means that everything is just going to trickle through down to the employee level. So we really want to make sure that that top person there has their head screwed on straight so that they can really be the best that they can to run their business. Now, that was a ton more different coaches for you guys. So hopefully you have been able to find a coach that resonates with you. Please put a comment in the comment section if you have found any of these coaches to be the ones that you are aspiring to be, if any of them have clicked for you. Remember, there's also a part 1 to this video, so please do check that one out if you have not already. already. And there's actually going to be a part 3, I think, because there are still so many more coaches out there, guys. So many more options for you guys to be. So if one hasn't clicked yet, don't worry, I've got more coming for you. But thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one soon.